Hello there, and welcome back to my channel, Snips by Kelly. I'm Kelly, and today we're going to talk about finding and creating Cricut bits for your scrapbooking layout. So here you're looking at my Hey Handsome workshop, Sparkle and Shine workshop, and I'm pointing out several different shape additions that I added to my pages for added interest that I actually created out of cardstock only on the Cricut using images by dragging drawing onto images or using existing cut and draw images. Sometimes you get to the end of your embellishments and you don't quite have enough stickers, die cuts, or added bling to be able to stretch your pages to 10 or 12 pages and have enough bits to be able to use. So I love to make inexpensive bits using my Cricut and the draw and cut feature. So what you're seeing here on the screen is my Hey Handsome design space file, which this design space file comes with any one of my workshop guide options that has Cricut Cuts with them, so that it makes it easy for you to click on the design space file link and be able to cut all of my images that are already colored, already sized, and already created, including my custom creations and some custom welding or attaching or anything that I might have done. But what I've done is I removed all of the images except for the cut and draw images that I added that I wanted to demonstrate today. It's such an easy thing to be able to do. So here I'm going to detach these images from each other, and you're going to see that it's simply Cricut Drawing overlaid on top of a cut image. So I'm going to detach these images and just show you how what I've done is just overlaid a Cricut Drawing on top of Cricut Cutting, attached those two items together so that when you click Make It, it will actually cut and draw those images. Of course, you have to load your Cricut pen. So I like to type in labels, tags, tabs, circles, and other shapes, and I like to find those kinds of shapes that are generic enough to be able to add interesting elements to pages when more bits are needed. So there is a way to find those particular features. So I'm going to just simply grab a square, and for the purposes of being able to see it, I'm going to make it white. Then I'm going to go to my search feature and I'm going to search for another square. Now this image that you're going to overlay on top of another shape doesn't have to be the same shape. It actually can be any kind, but what's important is you go to the operation type and you want to search images that are pen or draw only. So I really love this scribble. This would make a really interesting element to a page. So I'm going to drag that scribble image that is a draw only image over the top of my cut square. I'm going to select both of those images together and hit attach. And that attaches the draw image to the cut image, and it now created a multiple function image that when you click Make It, it will draw and cut what you see there on the screen. Let's try it with a circle. So I'm going to just grab a shape, and you could put anything that you want on these shapes. You could put a star, you could put a name, you could put a scribble, you could put another circle, you could put journaling lines, you can put existing images, you can make your own images, you can overlay anything that you want to do to create these little added elements of interest. So I'm going to change the operation type to draw only, and I'm going to find an interesting image to insert over the top of my circle. I kind of like that up above, that spiral circle. So I'm going to grab this spiral circle and I'm going to drag that onto my cut circle, just like I did before. And you can literally choose any color of a Cricut pen that you want. Obviously, this is an aqua blue Cricut pen, but you can select it, attach it, and go up and change the pen color. And then when you go to make it, your Cricut will prompt you to put your pen in so that you make sure to do the cutting and the drawing. So now that that is attached, it has created a multi-function image that will both draw and cut. I love to do this with tags. It's one of my favorite things. Now, you could go cut a generic tag, get your journaling pen, make your own little journaling lines on a tag, but how fun is it to custom create the tag and have the Cricut do the work for you? What I love is you're creating bits on scraps of cardstock that you probably can load a small leftover scrap on your Cricut mat, cut these extra elements for something that would have typically either went to waste or something that is lower cost than buying an extra die cut sheet or an extra sticker sheet or extra pattern paper. And it complements all of those pieces that I just mentioned so well. I also love to look at what elements and shapes are in the workshops to begin with. Are there diamonds in there? Are there circles in there? Are there squares in there? Are there hexagons in there? And then I like to go find like shapes or opposite type shapes. If there's a lot of round shapes in a workshop and I feel that I need to add some more square elements to balance it out, then I will find those types of elements and I can use them for journaling. I can use them for popping up for dimension. I can use them for offsetting the opposite colors and patterns. I can use them for background shapes that are just sort of in the shadows that create dimension. And it's an absolutely fun thing to do to be able to really step up your game and add added interest to your pages. So I love to do that, and I love seeing the end result here with all of those added shapes, tags, circles, squares, and different kinds of elements you can add to your pages. If you liked this process video and it was helpful, I would love for you to subscribe, like, and hit the notifications button and come back again for more tips. Happy scrapping!